What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about the top 5 most heavily shorted EV stocks in the market as of right now. So I want to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with stock number 5, you have Polestar, and that's sitting at $1.12 over the last 5 days. It is up 2.28%, so starting to gain some pretty good traction. Over the last 1 year, it is up 15.71%. As of right now, 10.71% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 42.59 million shares overall are being shorted. Short score, higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening, is sitting at 8806, as well as DTC. So the higher the number, the larger of a magnitude of a squeeze that could happen. And so that is factoring in the average volume of the stock in comparison to the number of shares being shorted. So it is sitting at 11.52 days. Very high stuff. And you can kind of generally see from these lines right here, shorts have been just lingering for quite some time, and ever since basically October, and even just extending it a little bit further throughout 2024, 2025, it's always been just heavily shorted. So I think there is a lot of doubt coming from shorts, but if things start to develop, which I believe on an operational standpoint they are, then you never know. You could potentially have a little bit of a squeeze. Moving on to stock number 4, you have NIO. So that is sitting at $4.40 over the last 1 year, down 4.14%, but over the last 5 days up 5.9%. So finally gaining some pretty good traction from that. But 11.65% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 179.7 million shares overall are being shorted. So shorts have been doing some pretty weird things. Shorts have really doubled down significantly in the past to kill momentum, but this time around they are dropping the short interest from about 13.5% to where it is now. So shorts have actually helped NIO recently move higher. So maybe they are finally accepting that NIO is overdue for a significant push higher, or maybe there's some other attributing factor, but short score is sitting at 82.64. One thing I do want to bring up though, that I didn't really bring up in Polestar, but it is this, so the number of shares available to be shorted. So right now there is in excess of 10 million. So if shorts really wanted to double down recently, there's more than enough ammunition. At the same time, if there is some stocks that have limited supply, you could actually be seeing some buying from big money, BlackRock, Vanguard, as a lot of big institutions love to buy stocks just to lend out. So obviously won't be happening in NIO's case given how many shares is available, but nonetheless, NIO is stock number 4. Moving on to stock number 3, you have Rivian, and that is at $12.90. Over the last 1 year, it is down 24.96%, and then over the last 5 days, up 2.2%. Right now, 20.17% of the free floats being shorted. Works out to be 156.16 million shares. Short score, 73.59. From this teal line, you can clearly see that shorts have just been getting in like crazy, but playing a game. They kind of do some crazy moves back and forth. I'm not really sure why they're doing that, but recently on July the 3rd did have a low of around 16.58%. Still would put it basically where it is now in the 3rd position, but shorts recently have really hit it hard despite the price action not really doing all that much. So for whatever reason, they do sense a little bit more blood in maybe the EV market, or more specifically just Rivian. Through IBKR, it does indicate roughly around 4.3 million shares. It is like the cost to borrow is fairly low. So through IBKR, it is 0.46. So you won't be seeing any buying to lend out because I don't think it's that desirable in reality. And plus there is 4.3 million shares available. So this is stock number 3. Moving on to stock number 2, you have Faraday Future. This one's been gaining a lot of good traction, sitting at $2.48 over the last 1 year. It is down 86%, so not all that great. But over the last 5 days, it is up 32.62%. Right now, 28.76% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 26.63 million shares. DTC is 2.82. Short score, again, higher the number, higher likelihood of a squeeze happening, is sitting at 81.92. And so just generally from what you can kind of see, shorts have honestly been holding their position, but they've been kind of going back and forth within a set range. So they're doing something. Maybe they're just trying to kill momentum, but clearly with it being up 30+% over the last 5 days, it hasn't really worked out too well for them. But nonetheless, anticipate a lot more volatility coming from them. Through IBKR though, it does indicate 150,000 shares is available to be shorted. Cost to borrow is 12%. So that's an annual rate, not a daily rate, but nonetheless, you could be seeing some buying from big money as they will love to take advantage of this and lend it out. So even further pushing it higher because all the buying that could happen. Because be aware, BlackRock is not the ones that is shorting it. They buy it, so they add buying pressure, then they essentially lend it out to individuals who want to short Faraday. So it's a kind of, that's the circle of life as far as shorts goes, but nonetheless, you should be seeing some buying over the next couple trading days as a byproduct of this. But moving on to stock number 1, good old Lucid. It is sitting at $3.12. It went up 36% alone on Thursday. Pretty good news. Over the last 1 year, it is still down 17.68%. Over the last 5 days, though, up 37.75%. And right now, even during the time of doing this video, which is a pre-market, shorts are increasing 1.16 million shares. 31.77% of the free floats being shorted, works to be 391.76 million shares overall are being shorted. DTC 2.89, so fairly high for that. Short score is 79.65, and you can kind of see from this teal line, shorts have just been holding their position for a while, and pretty much throughout 2024, 2025, there's always been at least like 40% of the volume attributed to shorts. So shorts have been like very much ingrained in Lucid's day-to-day life, and the fact that they are getting like Uber deals and also like just ramping up on production and it's still being 31.77% shorted is rather crazy if you ask me. Through IBKR, it does indicate roughly around 95 shares is available. So in this case, shorts are very overextended and you could definitely be seeing some buying. And then cost to borrow is 7.98. So you definitely will be seeing some buying as far as this stock. Let me know your thoughts on these stocks. What have you been buying? What have you been selling? I know I always do bring this up. I kind of forgot to bring it up first thing, but I am only doing stocks that have a 100 mil market cap or greater. Technically, any stock getting kind of to this range, it's just excessive dilution and it's just not a good scenario. So I only looked at stocks that have a 100 mil market cap or greater. So that's how Faraday kind of got grouped in there. So let me know your thoughts on these stocks. Is there any other stocks that's kind of floating your boat? Do you think that any of these are squeeze plays that is worthwhile to kind of get in just because of that? And if so, throw the tickers in the description below on which ones you believe are squeezes. But with all that, appreciate all of you watching. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon. I do give buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point and bangers. A lot of them over the last 2 weeks have doubled, some have even quadrupled, go over OTC plays and everything else. So definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.